after being caught in the act of cheating by my current boyfriend, as the personal assistant to the richest man, Leo Zhou. My job is busy and fulfilling. I'm responsible for arranging every aspect of his daily life. I truly enjoy it after all. I came into this world just for him. That is, until I came across Ryan Key on a short video platform. He's a newly debuted idol. Since then, I've been seizing every moment to study on my own. Eventually, I managed to defeat numerous competitors and became the most outstanding fan photographer in Ryan Key's super topic community. In order to follow him around the country, I started making up various excuses to ask Leo Zhou for leave. One day, while waiting outside Ryan Key's hotel, I unexpectedly ran into Leo Zhou, who was about to check in. I was so unlucky. In high in December, the temperature had dropped to 0 degrees Celsius. I was wearing a black down jacket that reached my toes, standing at the hotel entrance with a group of young girls, all eagerly anticipating the appearance of that special person. My current identity is a fan photographer, and specifically one who only takes photos of the film emperor, Ryan Key. Ever since his debut 3 years ago, he rose to fame unexpectedly with his excellent photography skills. He outshone many competitors. Just one candid photo of him looking back with a gentle smile made him popular right at the beginning of his career. He became a legend overnight. Most importantly, I never sell merchandise related to him. I do everything out of love and dedication, without expecting anything in return. The longtime fans of Ryan Key all tacitly believe that I truly love him, and that's absolutely true. Even though my heart broke like the Yellow River bursting its banks the moment I saw him, that didn't stop me from chasing after him right away. Just like now, I'm standing in the biting cold wind, waiting silently without any complaints or regrets. Of course, that's all a lie. I've always been delicate. By Leo Zhou's side, he doted on me like I was the most precious thing in the world, and I've never really experienced the hardships of life. Ever since I met Ryan Key, I've tasted all the bitterness and hardship that life has to offer. Sometimes I even suspect that Ryan Key is here to collect a debt on Leo Zhou's behalf. Too bad. I have no evidence to prove it. I put down the camera that I had been constantly focusing on the hotel entrance and took out the hot water bag that Ryan Key's assistant had distributed to us from my pocket to warm my hands. Before my hands could get warm, I saw a black car slowly stop in front of me. I took a step back, and a strong sense of foreboding hit me hard and fast. Her rear window rolled down, revealing a face that was no less handsome than any of the male celebrities in the entertainment industry. Leo Zhou stared at me intently, and his gaze lingered on the camera hanging around my neck for at least 5 seconds. "Get in the car." As the richest man, his voice was as steady as ever. I hesitated. After all, I had been waiting here for over 20 minutes according to Ryan Key's habit. He never wants his fans to wait outside for too long. He always shows up within half an hour. If I leave now, wouldn't all the cold wind I endured be in vain? Seeing that I didn't move, Leo Zhou's eyes turned cold, and he directly opened the car door and got out. The commotion here had already attracted the attention of everyone present. Those little sisters who usually chased stars with me stepped back in unison, making me and Leo Zhou stand out prominently. Just as Leo Zhou's hand was about to grab my wrist, another large hand with distinct knuckles blocked his hand from the diagonal rear. The owner of the hand stepped forward and completely shielded me behind him. "It's not appropriate for you, sir, to just take away my fan photographer like this without a proper explanation," said Ryan Key, who had somehow appeared out of nowhere. The girls around us who realized what was happening let out a scream. I silently covered my ears. Leo Zhou glanced at me. "She's my personal assistant. Does Emperor Key also want to meddle in this? During off-duty hours? Does a capitalist really need to interfere with an employee's personal hobbies?" Ryan Key had a gentle expression, but his words were unyielding. Leo Zhou smiled, and my heart skipped a beat at that smile. My fiancée hasn't had dinner yet. And now I'm going to take her to have dinner together. Can Emperor Key please step aside? Oh dear, it was exposed so quickly. How am I supposed to continue flirting with Ryan Key now that I already have a fiancé? Fortunately, he's a celebrity now. As his fan, a girlfriend fan until today and a motherly fan from now on. It's not unreasonable for me to be crazy about him, to the point of going all out for him. I walked out from behind Ryan Key, holding my camera, and stood in front of him smiling. I didn't forget to greet him. Zhanjie, I'm leaving now. I'll come to see you tomorrow. Ryan Key let out an noncommittal hum, and his gaze towards me was like that of someone looking at a cheating woman. I felt a little guilty. After all, before today, I had been identifying myself as a girlfriend fan when communicating with his studio staff. Now that I called him Zhanjie, my intention of proving my innocence to Leo Zhou was a bit too obvious. Sure enough, although Leo Zhou wasn't entirely satisfied, his expression had softened. I waved goodbye to Ryan Key with my large camera and climbed into Leo Zhou's car. The car slowly started, and the driver, being very perceptive, raised the partition. I fiddled with the camera's aperture and tried to make small talk. Weren't you supposed to check into the hotel? Why did you just drive around the hotel entrance and leave? You didn't come here specifically to catch me, did you? Leo Zhou looked up at me and sneered. So that you can conveniently go find other men if I stay there? Don't say it so harshly. What other men? He's only in his early 20s, still a kid. I see him as if I've been raising a virtual son. You heard it just now. And just a motherly fan, purely so. Leo Zhou let me hold his hand as he started bringing up the past. You were tired from work and wanted to go on a solo trip to relax? So your idea of relaxation is chasing after male celebrities in the entertainment industry? That was the excuse I gave him when I asked for leave a few days ago. Although he was a bit unhappy about me leaving him behind and running around the world every now and then, because he was too busy to accompany me, he still approved my leave requests, every time. I didn't expect that we would meet again just one day later. It was also my fault for being careless. The person only has so much energy. Since most of mine was given to Ryan Key, I naturally neglected his schedule. You're so busy. I have to find some entertainment for myself, don't I? He looks like that white. What's wrong with me just liking to look at him? It's your fault for not having time to accompany me. As I said this, I tried to pull back the hand that was holding his, but I couldn't. He held my hand tightly instead. As a project in the company recently, after I'm done with this busy period, I'll accompany you on a vacation. Okay? Leo Zhou's attitude was gentle, and he whispered softly while holding my fingertips. My heart fluttered. I have no resistance at all to the idea of a man as aloof as a flower on a high mountain showing tenderness towards me. I was like a punctured balloon, and all my arrogance disappeared completely. Okay. You have to keep your word. I'll be a puppy if I lie to you. Leo Zhou smiled, threw the camera and my hand onto the seat, put his arm around my waist, and lifted me onto his lap. Then he lowered his head and kissed me. I raised my hand and dropped it around his neck. Pushing Ryan Key out of my mind with such beauty in front of me, it's only natural to enjoy the moment. The next day, it was only natural that I didn't go to see Ryan Qid on T. Ask why if you do. The answer is that my legs were weak. Unexpectedly, in the evening, a friend request popped up on my WeChat. It was Ryan Key, TSK. I had been chasing after him for 3 years and could only communicate with the staff of his studio. I never expected that as soon as Leo Zhou showed up yesterday, this guy would take the initiative to add me. Now I understand. Being too eager never pays off. I'll have to change my strategy in the future. I rolled my eyes and decided not to add him right away. If I agree to his friend request, right away, Just because he sent it, don't I have any pride left? To appease Leo Zhou, I've been paying more attention to him recently. I don't know what got into him. He was already so busy that he barely had time to sleep, yet he still insisted on working out every day. I find myself more and more attached to him. I feel a bit weak recently and really can't keep up with zhanjie's schedule. As the saying goes, nothing is difficult in the world if you're willing to give up men. You can chase them anytime, right? Why make things difficult for myself? One day, a message popped up on my WeChat, which I hadn't spoken a word on since adding him as a friend. Sister, I feel like I haven't seen you for a long time. I let out a sigh that, it's true that certain someone has been pouring all his energy into me. I'm just an ordinary person. I really enjoy it. But I'm also really weak. Are you busy accompanying your fiancé? Seeing that I didn't reply, the other side sent another message. I picked up my phone and typed away. Zhanjie, I miss you too. You know, my fiancé is very strict with me, and I can't come to see you recently. When your new movie is released in a while, I'll come to see you. I'll take beautiful photos of you then and amaze everyone. I looked at the other party is typing on the phone screen and silently nibbled on my nails. I wonder if zhanjie has felt my flirting. Before entering this world, I never expected that there would be the spiritual consciousness of two emperors here. This has suddenly made my mission super difficult. It's really worrying. As an immortal divine tree that has existed for 10,000 years, when I was just a small sapling, Emperor Apollo nourished me with his spiritual power every day and saved me from the brink of death. Now, he's descended to the mortal world to experience tribulations to repay his kindness. I'm by his side, nourishing his spiritual consciousness with my soul to help him return to his divine position. As soon as possible, everything went smoothly in the previous worlds, but here, the Emperor has changed. It's also my own fault. Why couldn't I control myself and just went along with it? As a result, not long after we started having a good time, I found out that there was another Emperor. He writ, really a loss. Okay, I'll wait for you. Looking at these 4 words, I felt a bit. Leo Zhou and zhanjie are clearly the spiritual consciousness of the same person, both here to experience tribulations. But one has enjoyed my meticulous care and company for 5 years, while the other can only receive a bit of nourishment from me during the short moments when I chase after his schedule. It's really unfair to him. But, sister, doesn't your fiancé seem a bit unreasonable? How can he restrict your freedom? I would never do that. I would only respect every decision you make. Sister, at the Jing City Grand Theater, in a week let's meet there, okay? Me. Feeling sorry for men is truly a waste of emotion. I found that this spiritual consciousness is a bit different from all the previous ones. He seems to have a bit of a art side to him. He's good looking, has a pack ABS, and calls me sister. Who can resist a young hunk who calls you sister? I picked up my phone and started typing away. Zhanjie, don't worry. I'll definitely come to see you then. When your new movie is released, I've already negotiated to use a subway line for your advertisement. I'll promote you to the whole world. I want to recommend my favorite you to the whole world. zhanjie replied quickly this time. I'm already very happy that sister can come to see me. Spending so much money like this. Won't your fiancé be unhappy if he finds out? Thinking of Leo Zhou, I felt a momentary pang of guilt. I shook my head. And spending my own money. Why should I care if he's happy or not? Don't worry about him. I have something else to do. See you in a week. Okay, I'll be waiting for you, sister. After ending the conversation with zhanjie, I exited WeChat and let out a sigh of relief. Thinking of how cute he is, just using one subway line for advertisement seems a bit inadequate. Most importantly, he won't even be able to see it if it's just a subway line. After considering for 3 seconds, I made a phone call. I'm going to give him a big surprise in a week. Leo Zhou rarely took me home on time from work. Since a workaholic suddenly abandons his work, something unexpected is bound to happen. Sure enough, as soon as we entered the house, he pinned me against the door and kissed me. I was so dazed by his kiss that my hand had already slipped under the hem of his shirt. Ooh. Chai. Let's go on a vacation abroad tomorrow. There's a small island in the Pacific Ocean that I bought and just finished renovating some time ago. Let us go and see the sea. Just the two of us. Okay? I touched the firm and well-defined ES under my hand and almost agreed. At the moment, when I was about to agree, I suddenly remembered that tomorrow was the premiere of Ryan Key's new movie. This was the most important thing recently. I almost forgot about it. Mena's term can really mislead people. Fortunately, I managed to hold myself back. Can we go in a few days? Why a few days later? It's rare that I have time. Leo Zhou held my waist and lifted me up so that I was looking directly into his eyes. As he asked softly, I swung my dangling feet and simply wrapped my legs around his waist. You know, I'm going to chase after my idol. Let us leave after tomorrow, okay? He didn't answer. I leaned closer to him and gently bit his Adam's apple. Okay? Leo Zhou's breathing became heavy. He closed his eyes and then opened them again. Without saying a word, he picked me up and walked towards the bedroom. The next day, I almost couldn't get out of bed again. When I was applying foundation on my collarbone, I gave a fierce glare at the person standing at the door with his arms crossed lazily. Leo Zhou could tell that I was unhappy. Without saying a word, he pulled open the collar of his bathrobe. I looked at the fresh nail marks on his chest and silently averted my eyes. What time is the event? I'll drive you there. Leo Zhou asked casually as if he had just thought of it. When I was almost done with my makeup, I blinked. Although I'm happy that he's willing to drive me, who goes to chase after an idol with a man by their side? Mainly, my idol chasing isn't exactly pure either. Men need to be coaxed. No need this time. I've already made an appointment with my fellow fans. I'll feel uncomfortable if they see you. I'll take you with me next time. I've always been the one waiting for you to come back for dinner today. You can wait for me to come home, okay? Hearing my last sentence, Leo Zhou didn't insist any further. What do you want for dinner? I'll cook today. He's so easy to please. I smiled brightly. I like everything you cook. I want spicy shrimp, kung pao chicken, and braised beef brisket in tomato sauce. Taking this rare opportunity, I listed 3 dishes at once. Leo Zhou nodded and handed me the camera. You can't even unscrew a mineral water bottle normally. But you can hold a camera that weighs dozens of pounds for a whole day when you're chasing after your idol. I took the camera and pretended not to hear him. Leo Zhou didn't say much more. Instead, he reminded me, be careful, call me if anything happens. Got it, bye. Before leaving, I stood on tiptoe and kissed his face. He stood at the entrance with a gentle smile, and I almost didn't want to leave.